KSTP-TV, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
You're watching Crossroads, a weekly public affairs program designed especially for you. Covering shining the spotlight on our people. Here's your host, Sheletta Brundidge.
I am especially excited about you guys. Stick around, don't go anywhere. We've got my good friend Seexeng here. Stay with me.
Back to Crossroads.
My next guest was here a couple of weeks ago, and he was so interesting and so intriguing that I had to have him back. Please help me welcome here on the Crossroads show. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for inviting me back. It is truly a pleasure to be back here.
Now, you are an artist. How did that happen for you to know that you had the gift to take something and put it on canvas?
Well, first and foremost, I don't believe that art is a gift. Anyone can learn the technique, but the creativity, the innovation has to come from the heart. How did I start it? Well, here's the thing. I was born in Laos, in the high hill of Laos. And due to the Hmong involvement with the civil war in Laos, we have to migrate, we have to run. And so we crossed the Mekong River, and I grew up in the refugee camp. It's a confined refugee. At the time, if you think about it, it's 1 square mile with 40,000 people living in it. And so my discovery to art, or the act of doing art, comes because I was too young to be with my parents. Actually, I was too old to be with my parents, and I was too young to go to school. And so my parents and they just say, go play. What is there to do? Barbed wire within that place, so there's not much you can do. So what did I do? I just play with dirt. There's not much but dirt. And so the coolest thing is, every night, all the kids would ask my father to tell stories, you know. And so me being so visual and so on, I just had to get these stories out. And so I just pick up sticks and draw on the dirt floor.
Telling stories.
Yeah.
Drawing.
Yeah, or you know, after he told me tons of stories, image needed to come out, and then you know, throughout my daytime, throughout my normal routine of playing with dirt, I just decided to grab sticks and draw these images embedded in my head. And so, anyways, that's what I did. And then I stayed in the camp from 1980 until 1984, 1984, and we made our way to the United States in the summer of '84. And I came directly to Minneapolis.
Really?
Yes. And so I came here at the age of 9, not a single word of English.
Oh my God.
And then I go back and rely on my arts, because that's the only way I could communicate with my friends, my teachers, and so on. And you know, the funniest thing, my first English word. Because again, you grew up in a confined setting. You don't know anything beyond the boundary. And then all of a sudden they throw you right into the highly technological.
And okay, wait through. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll
and
be
I grew
fine.
up in the ghetto part of Minneapolis, the Phillips neighborhood, the Powder neighborhood, to the you know, Jordan Park. You know, so the only way for me to survive in Minneapolis is to do that. I can't speak the language. I can't do anything. I don't even know how to go to my classroom. And so there are some, you know, Hmong kids who actually came to the country longer than I did, could speak my language, and they guide me. And that was it. And here's my first English word. I wanted to be American so bad. I really do. And I didn't want to dress, you know, I didn't care about what American looks like. So what did I do? I said, I want to speak. When will I be able to speak English like my classmates? You know, and I thought, you know, I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to observe every conversation and pick out the one English word that would be so profound, and so I could be American. I could proclaim. And so, believe me, if you listen long enough, there's one word that's been repeated all the time. And so one day I had the courage, while my math teacher, third grade teacher, I started in the third grade. My third grade teacher hoovered around me doing my math. And I said, okay, today's the day I'm going to talk to my teacher in English. So I turned to her and used my first word.
What was?
What?
That was your first word?
That was my first word. I said, what? And I turned to her and said, what? And you know what she did? Start talking to me. And I'm like, yeah, what? And she kept talking to me. And I'm like, yes, right on.
We're having a conversation.
Yes, we are.
All I can say is
yes,
what?
Yes. And then all of a sudden, 2-3 minutes later, she walked away. And I'm like, oh my God, I am an American now. I can speak the damn language, because now, you know, my teacher and I are having a conversation. She brought in a Hmong lady. And she said, the Hmong lady leaned over and said, honey, is there something wrong with your ear? And I said, no. She said, you know, then what were you doing? I'm like, I was having a conversation with my teacher. Yes, you know, I was so proud. And then she said, what were you talking about? And I'm like, I used my first English word. And she said, what was it? I said, what? And then she said, honey, that's
not a conversation.
Yeah. And then I got so embarrassed, so I went back to my shell and never came on to college.
But you've always been creative, working with art. How did that develop in the United States when you came here?
Well, again, I use it as a means to survive. I use it as a means to communicate and a way to just keep myself sane from all these differences and rituals that I don't know of. And then it started to become more like, okay, now I know, okay, I can make a living.
Right.
And guess what my father did when I said I want to be an artist? He said, no, I did not. Been over and backward from Laos to here for you to be a freaking artist. Look around. Everyone, they're starving artists for a reason. And so, knowing that, the more we respect teachers, we value teachers, we honor teachers. And so I put a spin on it, and I said to my dad, I'm like, I'm going to be a teacher, not an art teacher, but a teacher.
Right.
Just so that he would not, feel any other way.
Right.
And that's how I became an art teacher. And this is my 12th year teaching art in Minneapolis.
And work and some photographs that you shared with us that we're going to play while we're continuing this conversation. But I like what you said, that you don't believe art is a gift. You believe art can be taught.
Yes.
Explain that. Well,
my philosophy of what makes a complete artist, and I use this analogy at Patrick Henry High School with my art students all the time. And I'm like, take athletes. Obviously you have to have the mechanics. You have to have the innovation and creativity to create new plays.
Right.
But ultimately, you also have to know the rules. And so art is, to be a complete artist, I use a three-legged stool. And I think the last time I heard someone use it was, our currently Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, talk about the three-legged stool.
Right.
And so I said, to be a complete artist, you have to have the mechanics. That one can be taught. The innovation and creativity has to come from the heart. So that one I can't help you with.
Right.
But I can help you ways to develop, ways to cultivate new ideas. And then the art knowledge is art history, art elements, and principles. And I say, if I could teach you all these three, you will be a complete artist.
Wow.
And so that's my philosophy of teaching. And on top of that, I feel like, kids nowadays, when I was born, art was the only way for us to communicate.
Right. It was there. And I was talking to someone the other day. At 4 years old, we were all enrolled in violin or piano or art. And now they're stripping the art from the school. What impact do you think that is having on our children?
I think studies have always indicated the arts, using the art as a vehicle to develop the brain and so on. We know that. Study has done left and right. Unfortunately, many people still see art as a gift, art as something that's an enrichment, not so much a core value or a core subject.
Right.
And so I think Minneapolis, we're working really hard, Minneapolis Public Schools, we're working really hard to change this. And it's really good to have Dr. Green on board, who is very supportive of the arts. And now on the north side, due to the Art Initiative program there, not so much art, but the North Side Initiative, art is embedded in there. And then the Minneapolis Mayor Ryback is also a wonderful supporter of the arts. So to me, I feel like, we're losing, but not at the rate where every other district. Yes, exactly.
Well, Seexeng, thank you so much for being here, for the work that you're doing in our community with our children, and for bridging the gap, the cultural divide that we have with art.
It is a pleasure to be here, and thank you for inviting me back.
Oh, thanks.
It's so much fun to be here, and so much fun talking to you.
Thanks. Don't go anywhere. We've got more to come. Stay with us.
Sometimes bad things happen to good people. To get justice, call attorney Robert Colstead.